This video is brought to you by my new song Highs and Lows. I made a new song. It's called Highs and Lows. It's with one of the biggest TikTokers on the planet, Danny G. Dude's a fucking dog. Killed it on the song. It's coming out December 1st. Pre-save it in the link in the bio. Yeah. Oh my God. I mean, I feel like raw ass, like absolute cans. I mean, I just feel terrible. And what sucks about it is that I've gotten sick on my fall break from school. And all I've cared about was getting to this fall break because I think my school and all that work and everything that I've been doing is I think everything is like a collaboration to kill me. And I was very excited to get to this fall break. And then the first day of fall break, I am as sick as a dog. And I hate my life. And I swear to God, if I'm sick by Thanksgiving, I'm going to be pissed. So I was sitting here and I was thinking to myself as I'm sick on this Thanksgiving break, how like odd it is that this is my last ever Thanksgiving fall break. This is my last ever like break before I graduate college, and then it's on to the real world at that point, and that's pretty weird. I've been in school my entire life, so now you're kind of getting to the point where you're not gonna be in school anymore. And then it's time to, get a job and figure out what you want to do with your life. And I have all those plans situated and set. I'm not really worried about that. It just brings up a very interesting question. Is getting old scary? In no certain terms am I old. Like, not at all. I'm 22. I keep thinking I'm 23. I'm 22 years of age. Like barring some sort of tragedy, I'm really, really young, and I have a lot of time, and I have a lot of life left. I mean, it's super interesting, and it's that's a positive to look at. But we're getting to the point where we're going through a very dramatic change, and that is both very exciting and yet both very scary. Because I remember getting to college and being like, oh man, I mean, like, we're just getting started. We have plenty of time left. And now we're at the end. And I mean, it's like, what now? I mean, and I've never been one who's been great with change, but we have to adapt to it. So like I said, is getting old scary? And I know like this video is like not like the other like just talking videos I made where I just bitched about sports and bitched about athletics or bitched about video games or movies or whatever. This is more of like just kind of maybe people who might relate to this, and I like making these little talking videos, and I think that for whatever reason you guys like watching them, so here we are. Maybe this video is geared towards somebody who is getting to their early parts of college. Is getting old scary? Is getting, to that change part of your life terrifying? I don't know. I think that for me, ever since I was a junior in high school, I've kind of known what I've always wanted to do. And everything that I've done in college and in school has been just an extension of trying to build towards that. And that's really like all I've ever wanted to do, was just kind of build my own personal brand, and just kind of do that my whole life. Because I'm in the ideology where whatever you decide to do with your entire life, you should decide to do something that you love and care about. I had a pretty interesting meeting with a former classmate of mine who ended up becoming a financial advisor. And for work, he wanted to sit down, have a little meeting or a little phone call and just kind of talk about things. He talked to me about my month-to-month finances, what I see my life really looking like in 20, 30, 40 years. And he asked one question. He was like, where do you see yourself like hanging it up and retiring? And I just kind of said to him in response, I was like, what I want to do with my life, I just can't imagine like getting to the point where I would want to retire because I like what I want to do with my life as a career is something that I love to do. So I wouldn't really see it as a job. And I think everybody should try and, set their life up that way. But I understand that, we all have different interests in different goals and dreams and whatnot. But, if it's your dream and it's your goal and you love it, go for that as a career. And then it would be kind of similar, I guess. But I find that growing up and getting older per se, like some of the sad things about it is like things are changing, like for sure. And it's like you kind of got to get into the uncomfortable nature of that, which is a little scary. But for me, like growing up and getting older has been more of a frustrating experience because I know so much what I want to do, and I feel like I have to leap so many hurdles and boundaries to get to that point. And I think that's what a lot of this early 20s part of your life is, at least how it's been set up for a lot of young youth in the world today. I don't have anywhere to go with this video. I don't really know why I sat down and just started filming it, but I guess these new YouTube videos are really just my Twitter expanded. It's just my thoughts. And I just wanted to kind of say, like, yeah, I mean, you should just, like, it's inevitable that we're going to grow up and we're going to get older, and then you're going to get to the point where, your family's getting older and you got to settle down maybe, and your hair will start getting gray or whatever it is, whatever the issue and challenges you might see. But I never found it scary from an aspect that getting older to me just means that I'm getting closer to the point where I can just do what I love. And I think that makes it a lot easier for a lot of people. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just tripping. I have no idea. But yeah, man, just do what you love